WAC is writing across the curriculum, and that means that a university embraces the idea of writing all the way through the university across the various disciplines. WID is writing in the disciplines, and it's looking at the kind of writing that's done in the discipline and encouraging students to write as a writer, as a professional would write in that discipline.
Writing across the curriculum started it's been around in higher ed for 150 years, but formally it began in the 1970s with professors feeling that they weren't engaged with their teaching. So writing across the curriculum became a way for them to think about not only what they were teaching, the content, but how content is presented. So it's a real challenge for professors to figure out how those two things go together. And it has proved to be very revitalizing for a lot of institutions.
This is something new for many instructors. If you're a math major or you're teaching a math class, there is a certain amount of writing to math. The same thing applies in Becca. What do students of the electronic media write? So what is the kind of writing that we do in our field? When they get that it's writing just like they write every day, and they're all expert at writing every day, or they wouldn't be teaching the classes they're writing, then it suddenly becomes easier and clearer to them what the task is of writing across the curriculum or in the discipline.
Among the many things that faculty need to understand is that it's much more important what a student comes out of a class understanding than necessarily covering everything in the world that they want to cover in every course. The other thing that teachers need to learn is how to deal with student errors that they may encounter, the kinds of problems they encounter with organization, structure, and things like that. A lot of the kind of preparation, training, orientation that faculty would get in orientation sessions can give them those kind of pointers.
The director of WAC WID on campus is Mary Soliday, and she and the committee called CWEP, which is the Committee on Written English Proficiency. We have been working together to have workshops typically in January and in June.
It's helpful for teachers to come to the Writing Across the Curriculum colloquia because writing across the curriculum, teaching pedagogy, writing pedagogy is challenging. And it's challenging for faculty because we all know how to teach our content, our discipline, but we don't necessarily know how to teach how to present that content. That is, all of us are not versed in the rhetoric of our fields, thinking about it explicitly. So the workshops offer teachers a way to think about integrating the teaching of writing into the teaching of their content.
We've been having workshops to address issues like grammar in GWAR classes, which is something that people are always struggling with. We also looked at peer review in one of our workshops. We looked at informal writing at one point. We looked at designing assignments for GWAR classes. We've also looked at giving feedback for GWAR classes, which is something that that faculty struggle with.
The faculty development piece of writing across the curriculum isn't confined just to workshops. So some of the most important faculty development would be faculty talking together in their department, say, about standards for grading or about different kinds of pedagogies. So that would be another piece of it. Or faculty might come and just talk to me one-on-one, and that's certainly helpful. Or they might go over to the Learning Assistance Center sometimes and meet with the director of the Learning Assistance Center and talk to her about different, say, how do I do better peer review in my class. So the workshops would only be one piece of faculty development.
The people who attend the workshops are people who are teaching GWAR classes or people who are thinking about teaching a GWAR class. And
students learn better when they write. And the more they write, the more they learn, the more things will get better over time.